I would think. No, I'm looking. That's usually about what you might suggest. What do you mean it's done by sea? Let me go at the end of
Frank can sit next to John because he won't see you anymore.
Oh. Oh. That's the wrong way. Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, where is it?
Not here.
That's on here. It's gone up.
It's on the other side.
Yeah, right here. 6A.
These are my tickets.
I think you move in this way. My wife just showed it to us.
No, they said to come down. I'm right out here. Right here, right? It is this year.
starts with A at the stage, so G is halfway down. And if you find you can do that, otherwise take yours It's the second one that sends us to the well, this one sent us there. This one sent us there.
Here we have section B and section C. So you're in section C. Yeah, but look, she's C, B. She said no, come together.
Hey, sorry to startle you guys. Good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? Well, being that I lost my voice, I also lost my sense of time, and I didn't spring forward. Did everybody handle that all right last night or this morning? Being that you guys go to sleep at 9:15, you know. Anyway, but I do want to say we have a great show for you tonight. You see these guys behind me? These are the pros from Dover. Actually, they're pros from Miami. But I think you know these guys, right? I think you know some of these guys. They're going to talk more about them later. But also, I want to tell you to turn off your phones. You've done that already, right? You guys are a tough crowd. Stan, what's going on here? Anyway, but at least I almost made it through the season with my voice. But I want to tell you about next Wednesday, we have the Company Men. It's a night of hits. You're not going to want to miss that sort of old school stuff, some great harmonies. And, hey, next Friday, Echoes of the Platters. Yes, the Platters, remember them? Your grandparents listened to them a while ago. Anyway, let's get right to it. Ladies and gentlemen, the gentlemen I'm about to bring out, or the brothers that I'm about to bring out, most of them are from New York City. That's right. And, but a few of them are also from the 6th borough, Philly. Okay? So they performed everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the Boardwalk Brothers.
Say the neon lights are bright on Broadway. On Broadway. They say there's always magic in the air. On Broadway. When you're walking down the street and you ain't had enough to eat, the glitter rubs right off and you're nowhere. Girls are something else on Broadway. On Broadway. Looking at them just gives me the blues. On Broadway. But how you gotta make some time? We know you got it for tonight. But I won't even shine your shoes. On Broadway. They say that I won't last too long. On Broadway, on Broadway. Teach a great high just they all say on Broadway. But I can lay this with the heart, and I won't quit till I'm a star on Broadway. On Broadway. Show for you guys. You ready to take it home? 1, 2, 1, 2. On Broadway. All right, we got another great show for you. Another great song from another great show. You know the Jersey Boys, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Let's do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna bring it to you out in the audience. Come on, Steve, give us some light out there. We can see these beautiful people here at Kings Point. Here they are. They go. Come on, here we go. Oh my God. Late December and 60 degrees. What a very special time for me. As I remember the night. Oh, what a night. You know How you like that pose?
That works. That's a good ending.
You'll see a lot of that
Yeah,
from the
I know,
road.
the song is nice.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Well, of course, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, they've been immortalized with Jersey Boys. You've seen Jersey Boys, right? Of course, it's been all over the world the last couple of years. But you know, when Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons first started as a team, they were singing in New Jersey, and they were called not the Four Seasons, but the Four Lovers. Did you know that? Yeah. But Frankie has said oftentimes that, you know, they were so unsuccessful, they felt more like the Four Losers. But you know, this next song is the song that really made them four winners. It's their first #1 hit, and I think you'll know it. Let's do it like this. Oh, yeah. Songs too, but I'll tell you what. Hey, Kim, why don't you put your mic right there?
You don't mean to go way over there and do something?
Well, they might, but I don't. Okay. Listen now. Let's do another big hit by the Four Seasons, shall we, guys? Don't know this.
Let's do it.
Girls, don't cry.
Am I the only one with his hand up? Oh man, I messed it up again.
Oh, well, don't worry.
Okay,
We'll
sorry.
take it out of your pay. That's
Okay, that's fine. Nothing from nothing is nothing.
That was last night at Jupiter, Kevin, okay? This is Kings Point. This is real nice.
You're right.
All right. Well, how about a hand for the guys, everybody? Kevin, Michael, and Randy. Thank you, gentlemen. Wow, well, we're so happy to be here with you guys tonight. You know, we've seen some of you before, different venues around town, and we're so lucky that you've joined us here for a great show. Let me ask you, we have fans of the 1950s and 60s music here? Yeah, we got a lot of fans of that era of music, some of the greatest music from the great generation. But I tell you, you know, of all my friends up on stage with me here tonight, I feel truly like I am the only one that is actually qualified to sing some of these songs because I'm the only Italian in the whole group. Got Italians here? Come on, Italiano, si, okay. Yes, I love it. Now, I have to say truly though, that I want to be completely honest with you tonight that I am only partially Italian. You see, my mother is Italian, my father's Jewish, and I'm in therapy. You think it's funny, but try living it, you know. But you know, growing up in an Italian household, you heard all the great Italian-American singers like Frank Sinatra, and Dean Martin, and Tony Bennett, and well, this next guy, they took my microphone stand. What a bunch of friends they are. They took my mic stand. I need it for this one. But you know, growing up in an Italian household, you know, I had a sort of a tough upbringing. See, I was picked on by the two oldest in my family, Mom and Dad. But you know, no, I grew up in a big city. See, we're all from the Northeast. Anybody from the Northeast here? New York, Boston, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington, D.C. Sacramento. Sir, this is only a 90-minute show, okay? We can't do the whole country, all right? But you know, growing up in a big city, I did really, truly get picked on by some of the kids in my neighborhood. You know, those Green Berets, and well, you might know them as the Girl Scouts, but to me, they really kicked me out anyway. But this next song was one of the great Italian-American singers I heard in my household all the time. Robert Walden Casado was his birthday. You know him as Bobby Darin. Let's do the big #1 hit for Bobby Darin. Here we go, Dream Lover. Every night I hope and pray a dream lover will come my way. A girl to hold in my arms and feel the magic. Clap with me, because I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. You did pretty good. Dream lover, where are you? With a love that's oh so true, and a hand that I can hold and feel beside me as I grow old. Because I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. You did great, hey? Someday I don't know how I hope that you'll hear my plea. Someday I don't know how she'll bring her love to me. Oh, dream lover, until then I'll go to sleep and I'll dream, and then that's the only thing to do. Till all my lovers' dreams come true. Because I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover so I don't have to dream alone. Come on guys, take it up. Dream lover, until then I'll go to sleep and I'll dream, and then that's the only thing to do. I'll have to look for my lovers one more time. Because I want
that ending. That was for the ladies. This guy's throwing up. Sorry, sir. I apologize for that. Well, you know, we've got a roster of incredible talent here on stage, both in the band and in the cast. The next singer I'm going to introduce you to is a phenomenal talent. He and I both have worked together many, many years. In fact, we just recently, last year in April, made our Broadway debuts at the Broadway Theater right across from the Ed Sullivan Theater in April of last year in Rocktopia. So please welcome to the stage with a classic by Johnny Ray, Michael Fisher. Hi.
If your sweetheart sends a letter of goodbye, it's no secret you'll feel better if you cry when waking from a bad dream. Don't you sometimes think it's real? But it's only false emotion that you feel. If your heartache seems to hang around too long, your blues keep getting bluer with each song. Remember, sunshine can be found behind a cloudy sky. So let your head down and go.
Next, coming to the stage is a very close friend of mine. We've worked together for several years. We actually lived together for a few years as well. He has been on the national tours of Phantom of the Opera and 3 more tenors. Please welcome to the stage, Randy Jeter.
Thank you, Michael. This next song is a little soon about a little heartbreak. I think you're gonna know it. Here's my story. It's sad but true. It's about a girl that I once knew. She took my heart, ran it around with every single guy in town. Oh, Say, out with all the guys. Since the road's heavy from the down days. I'll be my love story. Ask any fool that she ought to know. They say, I keep away from my roots. Oh, keep away from that girl. I don't know what you do. Keep away from Sue. Oh, keep away from Sue. Keep away from that girl. I don't know what you do. Keep away from Sue. Thank you. This next man coming to the stage is a very, very good friend of mine. We've been in theaters together, such as American Music Theater, yes you, the Fulton Theater. You saw him as a soloist for Cirque du Soleil. He's also traveled the country and the world in many, many, many tours. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, Kevin Foresi. You guys know this one? Help me out.
They asked me how I knew our true love was true. Oh, I of course replied, something here inside cannot be denied. They said someday you'll find all who love are blind. Oh, when your heart's on fire, you must realize smoke gets in your eyes. So I chaffed them and I gaily laughed to think they could doubt my love. Yet today my love has flown away. I am without my love. Now, laughing friends deride tears I cannot hide. Oh, so I smile and say, when a lovely flame dies, smoke gets in your eyes. Smoke gets in your eyes. Smoke gets in your eyes.
Wow, Kevin. So you're telling me that when you were in Cirque du Soleil, you were singing those notes and flipping around in the air on those high wires?
They kept me a little toward the back and very well on the ground. I got to sing though, and that was the fun part.
Yeah, man. Well, look, the Platters did that song originally.
Correct.
And, the Platters really introduced diversity to vocal groups. It wasn't just all men or all women or all guys who look the same. Yeah, we're in the right spots, I think.
Cool.
You're not in the right spot. Kevin, what's up with you today, man? Your spot's right there.
It's because Michael's not in the right spot
I
either.
wasn't in the right spot. I was
tapping
it was
on
me.
me.
This is why we're called the Boardwalk Brothers, because we fight like we're brothers.
Mom's gonna be mad.
Yeah. But in the 1960s, a new kind of sound came along from Detroit, the Motor City. It's Motown. And shall we try this one, guys?
Yeah.
We get a C major chord. Thank you, Gary. I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? girl, my girl.
I got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the money. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, oh, my girl, I've got so much money to be giving me. I got a sweet song and the birds in trees. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, talking about my girl. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, yeah. I don't need no money, fortune or fame. I've got all riches, baby, one hand to claim. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, talking about my girl, talking about my girl. I've got sunshine on the cloudy day. Oh, girl, I even got the money with my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl, my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl. Talking about I am talking about my girl. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Talking about
We love those songs, the great Motown songs. Yeah, we're gonna go up a little bit here now, fellas.
Ooh, nice.
The Motown record label had many, Kevin, if I have to tell you where to put your microphone one more time.
I'm giving layers to the performance.
Ooh, Kevin, I think they hung you from those tight ropes too much, right? Okay. Okay. We don't script this stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
If you couldn't tell already.
Yeah, but the Motown record label had many great acts: the Supremes, the Chiffons, the Crystals, the Waterford Wedgwood Chime. No, those weren't. Those,
Almost.
No. I'm thinking of what my wife buys on Amazon. Okay. But this next group was a great Motown group, the Four Tops. Come on back.
If you know it, sing along. Hey, you're sweet, like a honeybee, like a honeybee sting. You're gonna let my heart take me all you love. It's our favorite song, the one we dance to all night long. It used to bring sweet memories of a tender time. They
think we got a couple more Four Top songs, guys, like this one. If you want to dance along, well, tap your toes, snap your fingers, but please be courteous to your neighbors. 1, 2. I cry my tears at night, saying she's in front, saying she don't love me, she don't love me. I'm also feeling I hear my neighbors scream, they're saying she don't love me. Somebody shake me, wake me when it's over, when it's over. Somebody tell me that I'm dreaming, wake me when it's over, when it's over. They say our love is just a game, and nobody knows it but me. I close my eyes at night, wondering where would you be in my life. My windows fall so thin, I hear my neighbors sneer, they're saying she don't love me, she don't love me. My father's off, she's in the love of a stranger, she's in danger. Come on, somebody shake me, wake me when it's over, when it's over. Somebody tell me that I'm dreaming, wake me when it's over, when it's over. Is it over yet? You guys know this one? Ooh, sugar pie, honey buns. Now I love you, I can't help myself. I love you and nobody else. In and out my life, you come and go, leaving just your picture behind, and I kiss it 1,000 times. When you snap your finger or wink your eye, I come running to you, tied to your apron strings, and there's nothing that I can do. One more time. Sugar pie, honey bun, sugar pie. You know that I love you, I can't help myself. I love you and nobody else. You guys are heard that tonight. All right, guys. But you know, there were so many great Motown groups, but of course this one was a group of brothers, a real group of brothers. We are brothers, but brothers from different mothers. Same fathers, though. I don't know how that worked out, but I don't know. This is not the Ricky Lake show. Sadly, Jesse.
No paternity test, please.
Somebody call Oprah or Gail. Somebody call Gail. All right, anyway, let's do this one. This one's by the Jacksons. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back. Where there is love, I'll be there. call my name, I'll be there. Oh, one more time, one now, I'll be there. I'll be there, yeah. Just call my name, and I'll be there.
The Jackson 5. Thanks, fellas. Hey, where y'all going?
Bye. I'm moving my mic.
Break. Cigarette break.
Kids today, you know. Well, you know, I love those songs from Motown. I love the Supremes. I love the Temptations, the Four Tops. I love the Jacksons. So many wonderful groups. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, but you know, there's one artist that came out of those groups that really, he was an electrifying entertainer and stood on his own, and of course that artist is Donny Osmond. No, oh, sorry, that was wrong. Sorry, I'm thinking of the wrong thing, guys. I'm sorry. Hey, I tell you what, Billy, you got that track, because this song needs something. I need a little bit of oomph, and you know, you guys are great, but we didn't rehearse this. You know, this audience has been so good that they deserve this. Let me see if I can get something that'll really make this work. Hold on one second. I found my glove, guys. You act like you see this glove every day, you know. See if I got the boots. Let me go right here. She was a born like a beauty queen from on the scene. I shed on mine, but what do you mean? I am. She says that that's all the applause I get for that. Come on. She told me her name was Billie Jean, and she goes to see the baby entered in the ice and dream. think I got something that I want to shoot. Sorry. Thanks, I would like an ambulance. Can you get one through the gate? Someone give them a parking pass. Whew! Didn't expect that, did you? Neither did I. Hey, guess what? We're gonna keep it going. My friend Kevin, bringing the soul to the stage. Come on, Kev.
You guys know this one. Let's do this. Like a fool, I went and stayed too long. Now I'm wondering if our love's still strong. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Alright. And that time I went and said goodbye. Now I'm back and not afraid to cry. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Alright, here I am, baby, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Alright, here I am, baby, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Alright, I tell a lot of foolish things that I really didn't mean. Yeah, didn't I? Seen a lot of things in this world. When I touch them, they mean nothing, girl. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Alright. Ooh, baby, you set my soul on fire. That's why I know you're mine. One and only desire, baby. Here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Alright. Here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Alright. Here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. I am. I tell a lot of foolish things that I really didn't mean. I could be a broken man, but here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Alright, oh, here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Alright, oh, here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Thank you very much. Let's keep that great Stevie Wonder music going with Mr. Randy Jeter. Come on out, sir. There he is. Come on. You know this one. How much, man? Don't it sound so nice? Music is a world in itself. beautiful and tender voice. With a voice like bells ringing out, there's no way that we can lose. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over. You know. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over. One more time, come on. You can feel it all over. 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 Come on. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Coming to the stage next is my friend, Mr. Michael Fisher.
Y'all ready to party? I can't hear you. I said, are you ready to party? All right. One, two, 3, 4. Do we have any Tom Jones fans out there? Hey. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. But if I ever see you about with anyone, it's not unusual to see me cry. I wanna die. It's not unusual to leave out with anyone. But when I see you out and about, it's such a rush. If you should ever wanna be loved by anyone, it's not unusual to have to dedicate. No matter what you say, you find it happens all the time. Love will never do. Hey, what you want to? Why can't this crazy love be It's not unusual to be mad with anyone. It's not unusual to be sad with anyone. But if I ever find that you changed anytime, it's not unusual to find out I'm in love with you.
Cool, you got that shirt on, Bob, just like Tom.
Just for the little chest hair.
Yeah.
Just wanted to give it to him.
You know, one of the things that we love to do is look at the different eras of music and see how harmony, melodies, songs with words you can understand and melodies you can hum along to exist. And they do truly exist over many decades. And this next song was written and performed by a band of brothers, just like us. Brothers from the 1970s, you got to know them as the Brothers Gibb, the Bee Gees. Let's do this favor. Let's do it like this, Gary. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go acoustic, guys. I know your eyes in the morning sun. I feel you touch me in the pouring rain. And the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again.
Come to me on a summer breeze, keep me warm in your love, then you softly leave.
And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn.
breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. La 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 la. I believe in you. You know the door to my very soul. You're the light in my deepest, darkest hour. You're my savior when I fall. And you may not think I care for you when you know down inside that I really do. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn. 'Cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. La 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 la. How deep is your love? Yeah, it's a pretty good one. It's a beautiful song. Well, of course, we talk about music across many generations and many decades, and now it's truly an honor to get to sing these next segment in the show where we pay tribute to some of the great American authors of American song from the Great American Songbook. Take it away, Kevin.
Thanks. This next one is close to my heart. My aunt passed away a few years ago, and this was one of her absolute favorites, and I know it's some of yours, so we're going to try to do it right for you and help us out.
Moon river, wider than a mile. I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows and waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, Moon River. And me. Take it away. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're
friend. River and me.
Thank you guys very much. Next victim. Oh yeah, this one's gonna be great. Get ready.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. This next song, my mother actually played this record when I was 3 years old. And I had no idea when I started singing along with it that it was one of the most beloved songs sung by one of the most beloved artists, the one and only Nat King Cole. Song of love that clings to me. How the thought of love does things to me. Never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way. And forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. In every way, and forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
Yes, Randy. What a talent. Give it up for Randy one more time. What a talent. What a talent. Thank you, Frank. Well, you know, earlier in the show, we did some 1950s hits, and I did Dream Lover, which was recorded and written by Bobby Darin. Now, you know that record was so popular, but the record that introduced America to Bobby Darin was Splish Splash. Remember that? I love Splish Splash, but you know, even though Splish Splash was one of the biggest selling records of its day, you know, it only went to number 2 on the Billboard charts. You know that record that kept it out of #1 spot? The Battle for New Orleans. And some of you were groaning, but you bought that record. Well, you know, I love Bobby Darin's rock and roll catalog, but of course I love when he became a big band swinger. And this next one is one of the signature Bobby Darin swing songs, and we're gonna do it for you tonight. Snap your fingers, grab the hand of the one you love, even if it's not the one you came with. I'm gonna get in trouble for that one. 1, 2, here we go. Oh, the shark fin has such teeth, dear, and it shows them pearly white. Just a jackknife has all that heat, babe, and it keeps it out of sight. You know the shark bites with those teeth, babe. Scarlet billows, they start to spread. A fancy gloves though, where's old Mac Heath, babe? So there's never a tracer in. On the sidewalk, one Sunday morning, lies a body, just oozing life, and someone sneaking around the corner. Could that someone perhaps perchance be old Mac the Knife? There's a tugboat down by the river, don't you know, with a cement bag, just dropping off that. Yeah, the cement's just, it's there for the weight, dear. 5 will get you 10, that old Mac, he's back in town. Drink about the vanilla, he done spit the scene, babe. After drawing out all that hard and cash, and now that he spends like a sailor. Could that someone do or something rash? Was it Supitari? Whoa, won't you diver? Look up Miss Salada Lydia, move it over Lucy Brown. Yes, the line forms, it falls on the right, babe. And he's back in Hotel Rapey's town. What's this, Supitari? Whoa, that was my Jimmy Stewart invitation. Oh, Lucy Brown. Yes, the line falls on the right, babe. Now that night, don't you know he's back in town? Whoa, he's back in town. Come on, baby, you gotta back, he is back. Yeah, baby. Oh yeah, Mac the Knife, woo, baby. Hey fellas.
Hey,
Nice to see you.
thanks.
Well, you know, guys, it's crazy how fast a 90-minute show can go, isn't it?
It's true. Last one.
She said
One person wants more. Well, you know, it's playing the numbers here. Hey, guess what, guys? We've done a lot of songs. We've strayed a little far from the classic rock and roll. So before we go and get too far away from it, if we're going to do rock and roll, we got to do the king of rock and roll. Here we go, guys.
All right.
1, 2. Walked through a party in the county jail. The man was there, but I don't know him. They were jumping and the drum began to swing. Sure heard us knock down jail, but she was
often as I could have. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. Little things I should have said and done, but I never took the time. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Tell me that your sweet love has died, and give me one more chance to keep you satisfied, to keep you satisfied. Only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life through, but I can't help falling in love with you, 'cause I can't help falling in love with you. We're caught in the trap. Oh, I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? When you don't believe all words I'm saying.
Sure, you getting ready now? Go, go, step on my blue suede shoe. You can do anything, step on my blue suede shoe. Come on, Michael.
When you knock me down, step on my face, swear my name all over the place. Do anything that you wanna do, but I don't wanna let you. Don't you step on my blue suede shoe. Well, you can do anything, but I love my blue suede shoe.
Let's go, man. Let's do the hits.
Blue suede shoes, blue suede shoes, blue suede shoes, hey, blue suede shoes.
Do anything, step off of my blue suede shoe. The king of rock and roll. Randy, what were you doing at the end of you going road? You're going add all those extras.
I felt it.
Elvis loved gospel now. We all know that.
Oh, he did.
Tupelo, Mississippi. Okay, guys. Oh, speaking about the South, you know, it's this next song, well, some say it's about a little town.
Some do say that.
Town of Bethlehem.
Oh, no, Michael, wrong season, wrong
Sorry,
season.
sorry.
You're wrong season. No, but this is about the beautiful state. Well, Florida's a beautiful state. This one's pretty good too. Michael, go ahead and count us off into this one.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind, Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pine. Other arms reach back to me, other eyes smile tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. Oh, Georgia, oh, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Come on, fellas, help me out. Other arms reach back to me, other eyes smile tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia, Georgia on my mind. Georgia.
What Michael on lead vocal on that one? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know, it's really been an honor and a privilege to be with you. Have you enjoyed the show tonight? Yeah, we're so glad that you had fun with us. We've really had fun with you tonight. Well, yeah, okay, there's a little more, all right? Wait a minute. Don't start heading for the golf carts, all right? It's too dark for that anyway, you know? Okay, but, you know, we are so lucky. You know, we are four friends. We work so many different places together, separately, on the road, and in theaters everywhere. And, you know, the one thing that we like to say when we do these shows is that what you're seeing truly is not just four guys who got together, you know, they were put together by a director or producer. We really are four friends, and it's our joy that we spread to you through the gift of music. So we thank you for coming out to the show tonight. And you know, there are a lot of acts that come here to this beautiful theater here at Kings Point. And you know, we want to say that we are so thrilled you joined us tonight that we want to give you a gift. tonight, because there are some acts that come and they got the pre-recorded music, and sometimes the voices are even on the tape and everything, but we want to tell you everything tonight was live. Not only the vocals, good or bad, but also the band. How about the orchestra tonight? Wasn't that incredible? Woo! How about Lindsay on guitar, Frank on the drums, Francis on the bass, and Gary on piano. Thank you, gentlemen. Aren't they the best? Wow, what incredible musicians we've been joined with tonight. And this next song we're going to do, although guys, you're going to get to sit this one out, because we did this one a cappella. To prove that everything you heard tonight was live, we do this song, and simply put, it's called... I didn't know you were Catholic.
Today, it started today.
It is Sunday, okay. Okay, so we're going to do this song, which is simply titled, We Thank You.
Here we go.
Thank you. For the joy you have given us. We thank you.
Let's hit the last one. 1, 2, 1. Now this next song, it's our finale tonight, and it's really an anthem, not only for us, but everyone who's lived through this music, sung it a million times, and it means something to them. So stand with us, figuratively, of course.
The night has come, and the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we see. Oh, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me.
If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountains should tumble into the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Oh, stand by me, baby. Stand by me. Stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, come on, stand by me. Come on, stand. Stand by me, baby. Stand by me. Yeah, whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Come on, stand. Stand by me. Come on, stand.
Let's go. Woo. On sound and lights, Billy and Steve in the back.
Hey!
They're already left. Thanks for coming out tonight. We'll see you again someday, Kings Point. We love you.
All right, thank you. Thanks for coming. Good night. Wow, what a great show. And how about the band? Yes, the band. The Boardwalk Brothers, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you and good night. I'll see you when I have a voice. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful.
We were both sitting here going, yeah, he's the best. They're all good. This hat's made by this company in Texas called Resistor. And they make and it was like they had tied up the Duck Dynasty, and it was like Duck Dynasty was over this. And so the hat was on the clearance. Yeah, exactly. And I was laughing when my wife and I were I'm originally from one time.
Right. I used to watch. Now I live in somebody yeah, it's ready to go. It definitely is. So you're going back to New York tomorrow?
No, Friday.
Oh.